All right, go.
Okay, two fights from NYAAA practice a couple weeks
Go for
ago.
it.
This is Dylan on the left in the green versus Matt on the right. Dylan starting off in Porta di Ferro Mezzana. I don't think that strike was a good strike. Matt tries for that play. He's not really in good position to pull it off though, and I think that point skids off of Dylan's sleeve above his arm. Dylan with some nice use of posta longa on the sword arm while he's drawing his dagger to make some space. It's hard to tell with cold steel daggers. I would like everybody to go to wooden rondels because the cold steel daggers bend. But a couple of those got through. So Matt is kind of in a bastard cross, but I'd love to see the pommel raised. Dylan goes to raised serpent, and Matt kind of checks the sword, but he leaves himself defenseless there in that. And at some point here, Dylan gets his point one-handed underneath the aventail of Matt's great helm. I couldn't see it from my spot, so I trusted the call by the judges on the other side.
All right, third pass. Fighters ready.
Okay, third pass.
Fight.
Matt is sort of in this possible unnamed guard or maybe some shortened serpent. I would love to see him be really intent with his guards in the future. And here we go, we getting into a grappling situation. They're halting for some reason. So I'm like, nope, keep going. Maybe they're just sizing each other up. Dylan with a good posta longa to the face to keep Matt off of him for a moment. Matt moves in for the grapple and goes for this sword and armor play. Although he doesn't have a sword anymore, it is still basically the same throw. Dylan posts up on his face again. Hand to the eye slits of the visor, or in this case just helm, is a great tactic. Matt keeps on with the wrestling. I probably called this a little bit early, to be honest, but Matt gets double underhooks here, and I could tell they were both gassing out. They both respected that call. Khalil with a good war cry and in shortened serpent. That thrust from Eric may have landed. So this is the second fight. Sorry, Eric there on the left in the full plate arms and everything. Khalil is doing pommel strikes, but that is not going to be a scoring action in harness. And Eric eventually gets a strike to the groin. Second pass, Khalil's in shortened serpent again. Trying to get some position. Matt goes to a Vera Croce there. And he tries this sword and armor play. He does a good job. He covers, but Khalil has the better structure in that moment. And he couldn't quite capitalize on getting in on the cover. I don't think this was a point because it was one-handed and didn't really have a lot on it personally, but it was called by other judges, so we halted, and we gotta respect that. Third pass. Matt in Porta di Ferro Mezzana. Khalil decides to also go there eventually. And we can do a bit of a grapple, and there's a visor lift, which is why the halt got called for safety. Khalil's visor came up. So we just reset. Third pass. Eric in Porta di Ferro Mezzana again. Khalil in sort of shortened serpent. Khalil checks that with his pommel. And going to half swording again, and he gets a good point into the armpit there and pushes Eric back with the point, which is what we want to see. Either it coming from a distance out where it has some penetrating power, or point to the mail and destabilizing somebody. Hope you all enjoyed these fights. There will be more to come from this session. Share it around. Be good to each other. Ciao.